EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold-out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Taken at the 15, a short kick. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
33-yard line.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now here's Mahomes. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Edwards-Helaire. With the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 36.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
3rd and 1.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's get first down and much more inside the 20 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold-out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Fielded in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. first and 10. Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
Austin Hooper there to make the grab. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. That one complete to Hill. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 5 yards is the pickup there as that...
Oh.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Olivier Vernon brings him down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Yellow. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
35-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Okay. Whatever. Jack Hoffman, you are a certified bitch.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. From the gun, Mayfield. And this one's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Jamie Gillen
on 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen on to punt.
First down, bro. It is fucking nice, bro.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, and now it's 2nd down.
There you go. Now go back to the short
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
There it is. There it is.
As they run left side. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's in. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Please don't run us, man.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
Thank you,
Into
Grant.
heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here's Hardman on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. Number just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards to gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to find Hill here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Love how you guys scramble out the pocket to get that angle on that throw. It's supposed to be a pocket passing league, but you know, those rules are optional.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. A quick slant to Hill. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, it's Mahomes sliding out of the pocket.
Just think it.
He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at him with the same play, the same set.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. From a yard out. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
Chiefs 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Trying to get it to Landry there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yard line.
That is fucking useless.
Throwing, Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Browns first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Jesus Christ, does any playbook just have a dive? My God.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
13, Chiefs 10.
First down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
If
you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the...
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Mayfield to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. Thought it'll be 2nd and goal. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Browns add on to their lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this throw caught left side. And all the way down to the 35. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And now here's a carry heading left. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Browns' 32-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Travis Kelce.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to first.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Ball carrier.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Second and 6. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Here's Mayfield. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Now Mayfield. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Mahomes now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
6.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. 51, Mike 51. All day. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Attack.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 11 yards there, first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. I got one.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity.
Here's Jamie Gillendown as he's on to punt for Cleveland. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
51, Mike 51. Man, I got you. Man, I got
you. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Pass incomplete. Well, Travis Kelce unable to pull it in. And it's 3rd and short. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
You may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. Attack, attack.
Mahomes now to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelce. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
That's good for a
Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mahomes to throw once more. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Here's Hardman on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Hardman on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. 51 the mic, boy, 51. Now watch one.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Harrison on the tackle.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Now with 1st and 10 at the 11. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Mayfield caught left side. It's Beckham.
Mayfield's
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Mayfield now. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
40-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Flushed out right. That is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. My turn. And we got to get to the ball, G. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
I got you, boy.
Throwing, Mayfield. His throw incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones, but it's going to be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield finding Beckham. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Chris Jones on the stop.
He's brought down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They go to Johnson again. And this play will be blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
And it's third down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll run it with Johnson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. He's got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
First down, Browns.
Come on, fellas.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Mark 20. That's what
Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second down and 8. They run it again with Janovich. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively, kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. But you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you. And a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Dearness Johnson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in 10. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Being chased out left. Incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. Completes it to Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 50 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Rolling to his right. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
Chiefs 18. For Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is Tavierre Thomas. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Browns drive about to get started, and they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I haven't met a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. On 3rd and short, this is Janovich. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
First down, Browns.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Now Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Again, it's Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down.
Toss outright. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Janovich, the fullback, trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. This is the fullback, Janovich. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
The Browns on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. The busy night continues for Johnson. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll throw from the gun. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Second down.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Caught out left side by Robinson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Myles Garrett. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
A loss of 3 yards. Brings up 4th down.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Seibert's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelce is complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Working from the gun, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelce. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Myles Garrett make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Switch. Check 99.
Now Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Like 50. Blue down.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
Tonight's final.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night.